Hey YouTube, I know I'm not usually in the beginning of this video, but before I play the video, there were certain things I wanted to confront. Um, One of them being the comments that some people make. I don't know how to stress enough to just learn a little bit of kindness. If don't come on this page to advertise anything sexual, because I do have my daughter on this page with me. Second, I would really appreciate if some of you guys can just be mindful of how you say things. If I feel in any kind of way that you are doing any type of cyberbullying to me or to my customers, I will find that very offensive and I will delete you. It is not a problem for me. I am not here to get so many followers that I am willing to tolerate things like that. So if you have nothing kind to say, move on. I have no problem with you moving on. The great thing about YouTube is if you don't like a certain channel, you can switch it and go to another channel. Um, so please don't come here just bashing people, insulting any of my customers. And just so you know, some of these customers are my family. And I'll be daggone if I allow you to disrespect any of my customers or anybody that's in my family. I don't have no problem deleting you. Um, so if you're just coming here looking to complain somewhere else. If you want to be miserable by yourself and alone. Don't try to do it on my page, because I will delete it. And bottom line. But today I am going to be revealing progress for my customers, showing you before and afters, majority of them anyway. And I will also be showing you what I actually used on them, measurements and all. All right, bye. Alright everyone, you remember this video? On July 27th, I posted a hair journey video of my daughter cutting my sister locks off. You could probably tell by the look of my face, it wasn't my happiest moment, but I was excited to start a new hair journey. I grabbed one of my sister locks and measured it out, and in total, my daughter cut 15 inches. For me personally, I'm a big fan of long hair, so losing 15 inches was a big pill to swallow. So here I am 9 months later after the big chop. I just gave myself a deep conditioning treatment and I mildly blow dried my hair. Today I'm preparing to get my hair trimmed for the second time since I have been growing my hair back. For me, my trim routine is every 3 months. But due to Corona, I don't really feel safe hanging out in a salon. And even though I don't want to hang out in a salon, I can tell that my ends need it. So here I am at a salon called Twin Peaks in Waldorf, Maryland. I really have no reason to hate on another hairdresser. So if you like the way she trims, give them a call. This hairdresser is one of the shop owners and her name is Felicia. I told her I was only looking to get a trim, but if she needed to take more off, she was more than welcome to. It is beneficial to have a trimming routine to remove split ends and damaged hair. If your hair is split, your split can continue to rise up your hair shaft. Your hair grows from your scalp and not from your ends, so regardless whether you trim your ends, your hair is still going to continue to grow. But if you don't trim split ends away, your hair will appear shorter due to the fact that your ends are continually getting thinner due to split ends. And if your ends become thinner, it is easier for your ends to break. Trimming your hair does not cause your hair to grow faster from the scalp, but it does help you retain your length. So if you have a long hair goal, keep up with a trim routine. And I don't know if I shared this with you, but my hair goal is 24 inches. So this is my hair regimen. I try to get my hair trimmed every 3 months. Second, I give myself a rice water cholesterol treatment every week. Third, I normally avoid heat, but if I'm going to put heat to my hair, I use mild heat. Fourth, avoid tension hairstyles on my hair and scalp. 5. Wear protective hairstyles. All of my customers are aware that natural hair does take more work, but I do also encourage my customers to believe that our hair is not something to hide. How can I get anyone else who don't have naturally curly hair to believe that my hair is beautiful if I don't wear my hair like I believe it myself? But that's just a perspective that I follow when it comes to me. I don't want to knock anyone else for their hair choices. 6. I take my biotin once a day. And to be honest, the main reason that I do that is because I know I don't have a healthy diet. I like to eat what I want, and that doesn't always promote growth with nails or hair. I don't know if any short hair people is aware of this, but long hair people don't like getting their hair cut, and I'm one of those people. But I prefer health over length. But it's okay, I know that if I continue my regimen, I can achieve health and length. I waited way too long to get this haircut, but I wasn't in a rush to be out during a pandemic. And after reviewing this video, I probably would have been okay if she would have taken another inch or two off. Either way, I felt she did a good job. So before I show you how I make my cholesterol, I wanted to tell you why that was my method. The amino acid present in the rice water helps to regenerate the hair. Rice water can help your hair grow because it contains vitamin B, C, and E. Rice water is extremely high in protein, so you really need to know your hair. Chemically damaged hair that feels mushy or cotton candy-like can benefit from protein treatments, as well as fine or thin hair, because protein can help your hair look thicker and stronger. If your hair looks stringy or limp, that is also a sign that you need more protein. If your hair stretches far and does not return, or breaks while giving your hair a stretch test, then your hair is in need of protein. Your hair should not easily snap when your hair is stretched, wet, or dry. Cholesterol conditioner is rich in fat and is designed to repair and rehydrate your hair strands. Not only can cholesterol retain moisture, it is also known to repair dryness and brittle hair. So this was my theory, call it crazy or not. For years I have used cholesterol, but sometimes when I overuse it, I did notice my hair got too soft. And I also use rice water, but I know if you also use that too often, your hair can become stiff, unmanageable, and cause it to break from protein overload. And also to use the rice water, you have to massage it into your scalp and let it sit for 20 minutes, which I always thought was hard to do considering the water just runs down directly to the bottom of my hair. Rice water is rich in vitamins, especially B and C. So I was looking for a more sufficient way to keep the rice water on my scalp for better stimulation. So my solution was to mix the rice water with the cholesterol. And to my surprise, it has done wonders. So my hair ended up getting strong without becoming too hard, and I didn't have to experience any breaking. And because of the cholesterol, my hair stayed hydrated and moisturized. I started this solution to repair damaged hair, and it has done that for me and my customers. And even though it is no longer needed once the hair is repaired, I still use it to prevent future damage. Try it out and see if this is the product for you. But remember, everyone's hair is different. Sometimes what works for one person may not work for the next. The porosity of your hair can also play a factor. Hair porosity is about your hair's ability to absorb and retain moisture. The porosity of your hair affects how well the oils and moisture pass in and out of the outer layer of your hair, known as the cuticle. But that's a whole nother video. I'll address that later. Okay, my rice has already been rinsed. Now I'm about to make my rice water. Before making your rice water, you must rinse and strain the rice to remove any dirt or impurities. The standard measurement is 1 cup of rice for 1 cup of water. Using one hand or two, mix your rice with your bowl of water until your rice becomes pretty cloudy. I'm putting my finger in so you can see how cloudy the water is. To me, it just looks like watered down milk. After the rice water is complete, I add 2 drops of tea tree essential oils. Before I add the other 2 ingredients, I cover the rice water and allow the rice water to ferment for 24 hours in the fridge. Tea tree oil can help unclog hair follicles and nourish the roots. Tea tree is an essential oil that has been used in medical purposes for hundreds of years. It has powerful cleansing and antibacterial properties. And as you can see, I only meant to do 2 drops, but I accidentally did 3. I'll admit I'm getting old and my vision is not how it used to be. It was hard for me to see those drops. Then I'm going to use virgin olive oil and olive oil cholesterol. Mix all 3 ingredients very well. Also, don't worry, if this regimen doesn't work out for you, I have a few more regimens coming up. When you're done mixing, it should look nice and fluffy like this. Do you remember this person? She was my customer from the COVID video. It has been 2 months after she had recovered from corona, and it has been 2 months after she has stopped shedding. Within that 2 months, she has not shown any progress in her scalp or in her hair. Even though doctors say your hair will grow back after you recover from the sickness, I still suggested for her to get on a regimen for scalp stimulation, because according to what I learned in cosmetology school, stimulation to the scalp promotes hair growth, and that knowledge was the only thing I was banking on for this to work. July 11th, 2020, we started her regimen, and September 5th, 2020, we saw great progress. I do believe her hair would have came back without a regimen, but I wasn't sure when or how long that process was going to take. But 2 months after recovering from your illness and your hair and scalp wasn't showing any progress, I figured it wouldn't hurt to try. So if anyone asks me, do I really believe that getting her into a regimen helped her hair come back after an illness? My professional opinion would honestly be yes. And it's okay if you don't believe that getting into a regimen can help your hair come back after getting over a sickness. There's nothing wrong with staying in your situation without trying to change the outcome. Moving on, this customer has been experiencing thin hair for over 3 years. She said she has been thin ever since she had her first baby. It's normal to have postpartum hair loss, but according to the research that I read, postpartum hair loss should last no longer than a year. According to research, most women will return their usual hair growth cycle between 6 to 12 months after giving birth. As you can see, not only was she struggling with thinness, her ends was also struggling as well. But this was a customer that I needed to gradually help because she was so used to having long hair. And my job as a hairdresser is to help you without traumatizing you. If she would have left it up to me, I would have given her a long bob cut. But if I would have done that, she would have feared anyone putting shears to her hair. So for this customer, to get her back to healthy, not only are we going to put her on a regimen, we're going to do the grow trim method. Grow a little, trim a little. She will be doing her rice water cholesterol regimen every 2 weeks. After thoroughly applying the rice water cholesterol, she sits under the dryer for 40 minutes. As you can see from this video, she has a long way to go before she's fully recovered. But after being thin for over 3 years, she's more than willing to put in the time. I truly appreciate customers like her. This customer has suffered through thinness for over 3 years, ever since she had her first child. And when I started doing her, this is her progress from being consistent with her regimen. She had thickened up all throughout the hair, and even though she has this long hair, we have to keep in mind that all of the short hair has to reach back down to the bottom. So she's thick up top, but thin towards the bottom. After her cholesterol treatment, I oil her scalp with argan oil and castor oil. Here's a few reasons why I like argan oil and castor oil on the scalp. Argan oil can moisturize your hair and scalp and protect your hair from everyday damage. The phenols in argan oil support and strengthen hair follicles. The antioxidants in argan oil promote cell production. Argan oil contains essential oils and fatty acids that can help restore dry and damaged hair. Argan oil can also protect your hair and skin from UV rays from the sunlight. For years, castor oil was used as a natural laxative, but they have many benefits for hair and scalp. Wounds that are treated with castor oil experience higher healing rates and shorter healing time than those treated with other methods. Castor oil has the ability to reduce pain and inflammation. Not only can castor oil help fight inflammation, it also reduces bacteria and soothes irritated skin. Castor oil is also great to keep hair soft, hydrated, and reduce dandruff symptoms. Even though I like to use argan oil and castor oil to recover their hair and scalp, you should still use a small amount to test on your skin to make sure you don't have any allergic reactions. After pre-drying her, I'm just going to mildly blow dry her.
I am very mindful of the amount of heat that I choose to use on her hair. I flat iron her hair with a titanium iron, and I pass her hair one time on the first heat level. Sometimes her natural waves are still visible, but my customer is okay with that, and it doesn't bother her at all. Actually, she prefers it that way. Unfortunately, since the castor oil is a heavy oil, it can weigh the hair down, but I truly can't deny the progress, the beauty, and the strength that's in her hair compared to how she started off. So now I'm going to trim her hair. Like I said, we're doing the grow trim method. We grow a little, trim a little. We have made serious progress, but her ends are still thin. When she is fully recovered, we could switch to a lighter product, but for now, this is doing the job, and both the customer and I are happy with the results. So for anyone who hates to have any type of oil in her hair, try complaining somewhere else, because I love how far she's come along in a short period of time.
This is one of my customers that I had for 4 years. And for 4 years, she was always struggling in this area right here. Her main struggle was she was able to grow the hair, but she was not able to retain the hair. So this year, 2020, I asked her if I could change her deep conditioning treatment to something that I use that has worked out for me. She said it was cool, so this is now the results. For the 4 years that I've done, 3 years it wouldn't go past this length. It would grow, break, grow, break, grow, break. But now it is right here after being consistent with her regimen. To let everyone know, I am not saying anything that she will not vouch for. This is her head, and she has seen the difference in her hair. And she has seen her hair come back from a broken state. As a matter of fact, she told me her hair was broken in that same area since she was a child. Yep. It just never came. And she finally got it.
For this customer, her regimen is the rice water cholesterol, but she receives her treatment every 3 weeks. I wish I had her before video, but to be honest, I never planned on having a YouTube channel. Doing videos like this was nowhere near my radar, so I never thought to record it. But back to my customer. I believe the reason why she may have been losing hair in the back of her nape area, it could have been that her curl pattern was much tighter than the rest of the hair on her head. Either way, the rice water cholesterol solution is a protein treatment, so at the end of all this, it was meant to give her hair extra strength. I know I wasn't able to capture the beginning of her journey, but this is a small clip of what she was going through during her recovery process. And just like my other customer, we did the grow trim method. She would grow an inch and I would take an inch until she was completely even on the bottom. Nevertheless, she is fully recovered, and she tells me on a regular that she loves her hair. She limits her flat iron styles, and she embraces her twist outs.
Okay, this is one of my customers who's always had problem retaining her hair growth. She also informed me that for years she's always able to grow this, the sides, is it the sides? Mm-hmm. The sides and the back about 4 inches. Then after that it's either, well, I know her hair is still growing, so it's breaking off. So it would get up to 4 inches and then it would start breaking off. So now she's on her regimen. And right now I measured her out and she did measure up to 2 inches. So we're about to see what happens at 4 inches. And yeah, as you can see, the top has gotten pretty long too. But the whole purpose of this is not to say your hair is going to grow faster, but it's just to keep what you grew. This right here used to be so short that we was barely able to twist it. So this has come a long way. And this wasn't even the rice water treatment. This was just the olive oil treatment that we had started with her. And later we had switched over to rice treatment to see if it would do her a little bit better.
Okay, it's time for me to wrap this up. I just want everyone to know I too am happy with my progress. I still have some ways to go, but I'm getting there.
All right, thank you for watching my video. I hope you don't view me any differently or in a negative way for the way I had to start this video. But thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience. Remember to be kind, and don't forget to press that like button and subscribe. Bye. There I go.